We are going to be moving. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I have some exciting news, which you've already seen if you've read the title or seen the thumbnail. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do this, but we're moving to Canada. This might come as a bit of a surprise. It definitely did to us, actually. It's not something we saw happening quite so soon. We love New York. We love where we are. It's just that the new opportunity is also really good and we really want to go. So we are going to be moving to Montreal in Quebec in Canada. I have been saying for years now that I thought that Canada would be an amazing place to live, even if it's just temporary, a couple of years. And I think Quebec, and in particular Montreal, because that was the city that we visited when we were in Quebec, I've just always said that it seems like a great place to live. The city seems amazing. Everyone I know who's visited or lived there has loved it. It's a beautiful bilingual mixture of French and English, which are the two languages that we speak. It's a city that just checks a lot of boxes for us, and I just never quite knew if there would be an opportunity in our future to actually live there. And we got so settled in New York. We love New York, which I wasn't quite sure we would, honestly. I was really hoping we would, but you never know until you move there. My husband got a really cool opportunity and we talked it over, and like I said, Montreal is one of those places that, you know, we're not Canadian, so we can't just move there one day if we decide we want to live in Montreal. We really do have to wait for an opportunity. And now we have it, and there is absolutely no way I'm gonna say no to that, and it's a really great opportunity for him. So we made the decision that we're gonna be saying goodbye to New York, at least for now. We hope it's not forever. In fact, we really think that we will end up back here again in the future, but for the time being, for the near future, we are going to be in Montreal, and I couldn't be more excited, honestly. As you can see here, I am still in our apartment, but a little bit different back here. These were 2 rows full of my books up until yesterday. We're in mid-January now. The plan right now is to move in mid-February, but I will let you know if that changes. We have about a month left to get stuff together, a little less than a month now. And we've already started because this is the first time we're going to do a real move, in the sense that we are loading up everything we have here in this apartment. No family in New York that we're gonna store things with. We are actually going to pack everything in boxes and move it to Montreal. So this is a huge undertaking. Some of the stuff we're gonna be boxing up and using a shipping company. I'm not gonna say any names because I have no idea if they're good yet. I haven't used them. And then the rest of the stuff, like us, our cats, the things that we need, you know, in the first couple of weeks that we're there, the technology, we're gonna be taking all of that in a car and driving to Montreal from New York, which is not that long of a drive by North American standards, at least. So yeah, this is gonna change some stuff, mix some stuff up for us, but we're really, really excited. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna be recording along the actual move because it's gonna be stressful. Right now, I still have several weeks ahead of me and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling energetic, even though I'm a little bit overwhelmed and stressed about getting things in one piece to Canada. But overall, I'm feeling more good vibes than bad, and we'll see if the stress overwhelms me a little bit closer to the actual moving date. I am going to make some videos, hopefully at least once I'm there, if not a little bit more before I leave. I am leaving my current employment, and I'm going to be looking for new employment once I'm in Canada, but there will be a period of time in between those two things for visa reasons and things. I'm not going to talk about visas, by the way, too much. If you do have more questions about just general, how do I find Montreal? What do I like? What do I not like? What have I missed from Paris in New York that maybe I think I'll find in Montreal? What will I miss from New York? I would love to talk more about those things and also just show you a little bit of Montreal as I discover it. interrupting the monotony of packing with a fun day in Manhattan. One of the things that I really wanted to do before I left New York was visit the New York Public Library. They have a historic location at Fifth Ave. It's very famous, of course, for the lions that they have out front, but they have free tours that are a little bit tricky to get tickets for. It's a limited number of people, and my friend Annika got 2 tickets and she invited me to come. It is a free tour, you just have to book it in advance. I was a little bit disappointed that we didn't get to go in some of the private research rooms, but we did get to go in a couple of the study halls that are not open to the public otherwise, and it was just a wonderful day getting to see this beautiful, beautiful place and getting to hear about all of the amazing manuscripts and memorabilia related to authors like Virginia Woolf and Mary Shelley and Jack Kerouac and just so many other names that I've studied in my lit degree, for my lit degree. They have such a wealth of literary history there, and the building itself is quite pretty. So definitely worth touring through, whether you go on a free tour or just go in the publicly accessible parts of the building. Yeah, this is a look. And these shelves, oh my God, they're so empty. I'm getting ready to run a few errands. Gonna pick up some cleaning supplies because we need to scrub everything in the apartment, make sure it's nice and clean. Obviously we've kept it clean while we're living here, but when you move out, you wanna make sure it's like extra clean and everything is in good condition and all of that and ready to go for whoever is next in this apartment, which is really weird to think about. I don't want to think about it. I love this apartment. I'm getting kind of nostalgic. It's just a few weeks out. As much as I'm excited, I'm also, sad to say goodbye to this wonderful neighborhood and our wonderful apartment. So it is much later in the day now. I've finished up my work today. I'm done with that for today. I ran my errand earlier, went and got some super fun cleaning supplies. Very exciting. This is the glamour of moving. It's like this mess behind me. I did laundry as well. I also got some fun stuff. I will show you one thing that I'm excited about because it is actually related to New York. One place I love in New York is Van Leeuwen ice cream, but I have never actually gotten their take home, like in a tub ice cream. I've only ever gotten it at their ice cream parlors. So I got 2. This one is brown sugar chunk with cookie dough and brownies. And then I also got Sicilian pistachio. Neither one of these are vegan, but they do have vegan ice cream at their locations that you can get, which I usually get when I'm there. I'm a huge ice cream fan. I love ice cream, gelato, frozen yogurt, anything like that. Tonight, the plan is to start on my clothes. Before I can start packing clothes, obviously I still need to wear some for the next couple of weeks, but I also need to go through what I have. Most of my stuff is in decent condition. It's still stuff I wear, but there are going to be some things probably in there that I've stopped wearing and need to just decide, is it time? It's moves like this when I actually go through things. And then I can figure out everything that I have and add it to our Excel spreadsheet, because we were doing an Excel spreadsheet of all our belongings. This is an interesting exercise. You have to do it for customs. Moving is exciting. Moving is a lot. Basically, our entire lives have been taken over by this move and everything it entails. Hello again. So I have been, for like days now, trying to figure out how I want to end this video because I just feel like I need to wrap it up in a way that, I don't know, I think I'm overthinking it and just want it to be like an ode to New York, like my time in New York, and to sum it up in a way that feels as powerful as I guess these couple of years have been, these 2.5 years in New York. And there's just no way to do it. I kept trying to think, should I do like favorite things about New York, favorite silly things about New York, just favorite memories in New York. And honestly, I just can't. I feel like I used to do this all the time in videos, and maybe I'll get the knack for it again someday, but I just can't do it. So what I'm gonna do instead, I'm just gonna play it by ear, and I'm just going to shout a bunch of things right now at my camera with the mess of moving behind me. It's hectic here, you guys. And now my camera's telling me it's out of battery. This sums it up. This sums it up. Okay, let's try this again with a fresh battery. This really is the end of an era, and I cannot possibly sum it up with a, short and sweet list. So I'm just gonna tell you a few of the things that right off the top of my head come to me when I'm thinking back about my time in New York. Some of the things I probably will have mentioned in previous videos or you've seen on Instagram, but I just want to talk about them here, and these are just things that have meant a lot to me during this time. Firstly, I'm gonna have to obviously mention the author events, New York Comic Con. This is stuff that I've never felt like I had such a close access to. I have done author events in the past. I've, you know, met really influential people in my life and gotten to go to cool events. I went to London Film and Comic Con way back in 2014. I've done cool stuff before, but I just feel like the past couple of years, the frequency of these events, the accessibility that I have to them living so close to Manhattan. I live in Queens, and it's just so easy to get to Manhattan, where most of the things are. There are concerts, like I got to see Ben Barnes in concert. Like, what the hell? I never thought in my life that would happen. And I also got to see him at New York Comic Con 2022 in a Shadow and Bone panel where also Leigh Bardugo was present and spoke, and then I got to see Leigh Bardugo in a Barnes & Noble event. Then of course last year I brought my husband to New York Comic Con 2023 and we cosplayed as Amy Pond and the Doctor from Doctor Who, and that was just, I mean, that's something I've wanted to do for a long time. Not to mention the event itself was just really fun. Like, both Comic Cons that I got to go to in New York were just amazing. Another thing that has been super impactful for us, but very, very different, is since coming to New York, my husband and I have started fostering kittens. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time. I am very passionate about animal rescue, and I have felt like I really wanted to try. I know fostering has a lot of ups and downs, and there are other ways that you can contribute to animal rescue efforts and animal welfare if you can't or don't want to foster. But it is something that is really helpful if you can, and especially if you live in a city where there's lots of overpopulation issues like New York. And that's just been amazing. It's had some, you know, low lows as well. Always giving back the foster kittens when it's time for them to get adopted is heartbreaking. Not gonna sugarcoat it, it hurts every time, but it is so, so worth it for the good memories, the fact that you know that you're helping these kittens, and we've just made so many fun memories with all of our little pairs of kittens. So that has been an absolutely irreplaceable, I think, influence on me, and I definitely hope that we could do it again in the future. What else can I talk about? Shall we talk about food? Maybe only briefly because I'm hungry. It's like almost dinner time. The vegetarian food in New York is like excellent. We found so many restaurants now that are just going to be favorites forever. The Indian food, especially in Queens, we found some amazing places in Queens. There's a place in Jackson Heights called Doza Delight. There's a place in Ridgewood, I believe, called Coco Lin Vegetarian House. It's all vegetarian Chinese food. There's Beyond Sushi. They have a few different locations in Manhattan. Planta Queen, which we went on an amazing date for one of our anniversaries, and I swear I had the best vegan sushi I think I've ever had. That's really saying something. Beyond Sushi, I would say, has more options that are consistently good, and they have so many options. Like, I've never gotten a bad thing at Beyond Sushi. And Planta Queen, we got several things. All of them were good, but that one vegan sushi just blew me away. There are so many others. And bagels. Like, can I please just restart my rant about bagels? Because bagels in France were like the biggest disappointment, I think. The most disappointing bread I tasted in France. It was the outside of the bagel that they just didn't get right. It has to have this, I don't know how to describe it, because it's not crispy, it's not like, it's not sticky. I don't know how to describe it. Can someone please in the comments below describe what like a bagel texture should be, because I never can describe it, but I know it when I taste it and I know it when I don't taste it. It makes me very happy that Montreal is apparently also known for having really good bagels. So I will be happy there, I have a feeling. Another thing I love about this city is the fact that you can just wear whatever. Nobody cares in this city. There's not this sense that you have to be a certain way. Coming especially from Paris to New York, I think that's been like, it was exactly what I needed when I needed it, I think. Just feeling like, it doesn't matter. No one cares. I can dye my hair purple. I can have green hair. I can wear what I want to wear, whether that be something super fashionable, rare, but it happens. Whether it's just like a junky t-shirt. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Nobody looks. Nobody's gonna say anything. It's just, it's freeing. To return to the the topic of packing, these are like almost all books, by the way. There's some other stuff in there, but we got a lot of books. Things are going well on the packing front, and I just have to show you. I found this. For anybody who was following me in December 2019, you might remember when we were in Montreal, we got Opus cards. On the back it says that you have to check on the website to see if it's expired, so I probably should do that, but yeah, I was just really happy I found it. Definitely go watch my vlog if you're curious what we got up to last time. And if there's something in that vlog that you think we should do that we obviously didn't get to because all the highlights are in that one, let me know in the comments and we will definitely put it on the list. This is gonna be a time. Our visas are set. Our moving company that we have coming is supposedly set. We have a car rented. We're going to drive the things like the tech, the screens, the children, the fur children. Yes, I'm gonna say fur baby. Where is the other one? There's the other one. He's hiding out down here in this carrier. He's decided it's a nice little bed. So yeah, all of us, all four of us and the tech are going up in a car we're gonna drive. And then we have an Airbnb booked that we're gonna stay in when we first get there. And then hopefully very quickly after, we'll be able to move into an apartment. And then life in Montreal will begin. This has been very babbly, but I hope that it's just given you a glimpse, I guess, into my state of mind right now. And if you find it very boring, at least maybe I will find it interesting if I come back and watch it in 3 or 4 years. But I hope it's been interesting for you as well. Let me know in the comments if you have been to New York, if you have a favorite thing about the city, and also if you have a favorite thing about Montreal that we should definitely check out when we get there. Our very last visit to our favorite little panaderia, where we got some amazing Mexican pastries. My favorite are always the conchas, but everything is good. Good morning. I have made myself a to-go coffee and I am packing my bag right now to go to the office and work from Times Square for the very last time.